Because I have such a small garden and because I'm over 60 now, I am always looking for ways to make something simpler, easier, faster, and cheaper. But looking back, there are three things that I wish I had done from the very beginning. So today I'm going to show you what those three things are, how they look in my garden today, so that you will be able to benefit from my experience. And after that, I'm going to show you a really fun little apron that I created all because a viewer made a comment. So let's talk. Number one, deep overflowing beds do not work for me. When I first planted this bed, it runs the entire length of my garden, I had it full of azaleas, camellias, and mountain laurels. But over time, as things died off or got too crowded or I ended up taking things out, at first I was really worried that it was going to make my garden look sparse, but it actually had the opposite effect. It made things look calmer and quieter. It gave each of the plants that I kept a lot of room to grow. It gave me a place to walk in between them. It gave me a way to get behind things and be able to prune and take care of things. And I didn't even have to worry about stepping on this Pachysandra ground cover. So if I had to do it over again, I wouldn't have been so worried about making the garden look instantly full. I would have been comfortable letting it be as sparse as it is today after all these years. Number two, you know that I'm obsessed with container gardening. And in the beginning, I thought you were supposed to follow that rule about the thriller, the spiller, the filler, but it didn't work for me. It was a constant worry that they didn't go together, the textures together weren't right, what colors should I combine? So now I just choose something that will look good all year, so an evergreen plant, and I stick to one plant per pot. And for my garden and my calm vibe, it works out a lot better. Here's another example. Just one plant per pot. They look good all year. I don't have to worry that they don't go together, and I never have to replace them. These have been in the same pot for years. And if you're worried that it's not going to be interesting enough when you only have one plant per pot, you could really level it up by adding a trellis. Once I did this, this is the number one thing I get the most comments and the most interest from my friends in my garden. I bought this at Cottage Gardens of Petaluma. It came rusty, which didn't fit my vibe, so I lightly sanded it and spray painted it black. But depending on your garden, you could do something like this. You could paint it white, cream, or leave it rusty, whatever fits your vibe. But don't worry about it getting too boring. If you add something like a trellis, you take your garden or your container gardening to another level. And number three, create a display table. I'm not talking about a potting bench or a work surface. I'm talking about a display table, just like you see in design magazines. Think about the entry tables or the coffee tables that you see in the high-end design magazines. They're always staged with beautiful books, pots, lamps. In this case, you're doing the same thing, only you're putting it outside, so everything has to be able to take the weather, including the rain. What so many people get wrong is they do put a table outside, but they start using it for storage and stacking things on. So go back and look, magazines and Pinterest, and when you're looking at those photos, think in terms of a collection. Now, if you are a person who loves seasonal color and annuals, it is much easier to put something in a small pot and take care of it this way, especially for us older gardeners. It's up off the ground, less expensive to plant a small pot of an annual than it is an entire bed, simpler to change out, easier to take care of. I mean, you get what I'm saying. I like to change mine up. In the summertime, you'll see photos of mine with the Hakone Kloa, the grass, because I love the gentle movement. Sometimes in the winter, I have pots of cyclamen sitting here. I love the way it's reflected in the mirror. So really give some serious consideration to number three, adding a display table. And it doesn't have to be expensive. My husband and I built this out of recycled wood from an awning that we took down. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. So now, here's what I created based on a viewer's comment. One of you, Claire, said, I should have an apron that says, I love big pots and I cannot lie. I'm going to send one to Claire, and 3 others are for you as a thank you for helping me reach 20,000 subscribers. Just leave me a comment. If you love big pots too and you cannot lie, leave me a comment. On Monday, March 9th, I will randomly pick 3 people from the comments. This is what they look like, and send these out to you. So again, thank you so much for helping me reach 20,000 subscribers. So a quick recap. Number 1, deep beds may not work for you as you get older. Number 2, add containers, but put only 1 plant per pot. No more of the 3 plant rule. And number 3, add a display table. Just like a great coffee table arrangement changes your living room, you will be thrilled with what it does to your garden. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.